So when you go to another country, not every day works out like it's supposed to. But that doesn't mean magic won't happen. And that's what happened to us on our trip to Buckingham Palace.
Yes.
It was actually an amazing day that nothing worked out how it was supposed to, but I found true love. So stick around because we're gonna do some awesome comments from our last video and a clap back from last video. You know, when we was at St. Paul's Church Cathedral, St. Paul's Cathedral Church. Here's our super cool intro.
It's day 3. Today we are headed to Buckingham Palace for changing of the guard. It's supposed to be rainy and it's slightly colder than it was yesterday, but we're gonna have fun. Tiffany got a Red Bull and we're headed to the underground, which is really trippy, but let's go check out Buckingham Palace. Oh, we're going to Harrods and I think we're gonna have afternoon tea.
Of course you do.
Yeah, so
what's
it's gonna be fun.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
We're here at Buckingham Palace, waiting for changing the guard, and there's a lot of people here. And there's soldiers. And there's a gate. I'll report back with more information. You know, one of the things that I can't get over in London, as we're waiting here for the change in the guards, is just how grand everything is here.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, we have some great things, like really nice looking things. And I know it took close to 1,000 years to really build what London has, and America really ain't been around for 1,000 years. But it is amazing just how grand everything is. And you really, like, video doesn't really do justice the size of this behind us, or the gold on the gates that's around us, or the discipline of the Queen's guards and everything. It's just, I don't think video really quite grasp how grand and how old and how really posh. I mean, look behind me. See that behind me? Let's see if you can see it. You can see Big Ben popping out over the, you see Big Ben popping out over right there. That's Big Ben from here. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of people here. So we've been out here for a few minutes and it's not started yet, at least we don't think it has. We saw some Queen's Guards walking by, or on horseback going, but that's been pretty much it. And it's kind of rainy. It looks exactly like England. So it's pretty exciting. People are putting their umbrellas up and back down, and they told us actually up there is probably a better spot on the stairs, but we was walking around taking video and shots and we missed that opportunity. But and the police came by and told her to put the backpack in the front because people like to steal here. I was like, that's crazy. I like to steal at home too. It's supposed to start at, what is it, 10:45?
Yeah.
And it's 10:55, so I don't know if they've actually started. We've seen the guards come out with a drum kit, I think. So that was cool. And yeah, we're just sitting here waiting. They marched out here, went through that gate, and then went in there. The only question remains is, what are they doing back there? What do they got to hide? So we stood there, and apparently that guard passed and they're not doing any of the instruments or anything because it's raining. So I would say if it's raining the day you're here, don't even try to go here because it ain't gonna happen, because he said they can't get the instruments wet. We was just kind of joking around, saying like, is this it? Is this it? And turns out on a rainy day, what you seen was it. No instruments, no drums, no nothing. So maybe try it again tomorrow if it's clear.
You can't.
Why?
Because it's only certain days.
Oh, it's only certain days? I guess we'll put the days that it is.
You can do it on Monday.
So we'll probably come back here Monday because Monday's like our makeup day for things that we want to do. So we're gonna come here Monday, but there's a lot of people here. Look. There's a lot of people here who was waiting for this. I don't know if everybody knows that it ain't gonna happen or whatever, but I mean, it's cool just to be here in Buckingham Palace, just to say that we've been here. It's a lot colder than what we thought it was gonna be, but it was still pretty fun. It's something to see.
Buckingham Palace was really, really cool. I was super excited to be there, even though it was very cold and very rainy. And
one thing, like, okay, you would figure that I'm not throwing shade. Promise you not throwing shade at you guys. I love you guys. But you would figure they would have found in a country like London or like England and the UK and all that, you think they would have found a workaround around the rain.
yeah.
Like I would have figured that. They didn't, not mad. I'm just saying they probably had a lot of rainy days to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish I would have got to see whatever they were actually supposed to do, because I'm not sure even what that was, but I wish I would have got to see it. And I don't know, the being there was just really cool. I never seen anything like that before in my life.
We're Americans, we don't know nothing about no monarchy.
No, we don't. And it was still really cool that we got to be there, even with the rain and the cold and being really tired and not looking our best that day.
We was extremely, like, we wasn't like disappointed because you're still at Buckingham Palace and it's beautiful and it's an amazing thing to see. So we was far from disappointed. But as we was walking away, we noticed like a lot of other people was kind of like, you know, not happy we all woke up so early and nothing happened. They was all gathering at the King's Gallery Museum, which we had all intentions to do. But I found out that right up the street, there was this really cool tea house. So we went right up the street to this really cool tea house to have afternoon tea, to which we found out we was also going to be very disappointed because afternoon tea just has a lot of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It has a lot of mayonnaise. Like a lot of mayonnaise. Like everything has mayonnaise on it. Not the tea. The tea's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, she got a scone. The scone was good.
But there was no mayonnaise on it.
Yeah, there's no mayonnaise on the scone.
Because we don't eat mayonnaise.
We don't eat mayonnaise. If mayonnaise showed up to the door, we would kindly but sternly ask you to leave. It's not allowed in our house. So I noticed that they had English breakfast there. And that one was something like this.
So we went a little crazy with the menu options. I ordered a full English and a side of scones. Tiffany ordered a breakfast wrap with mushroom. No, did you get mushrooms?
No, it said you can only pick 3, so I just got sausage, bacon, and hash browns.
So she got, and a side of toast.
And toast.
And I got an English breakfast tea and she got an Earl Grey. So I like British sausage better than I like American sausage. It's not as strong tasting. It's really good. And beans on toast with a little brown sauce is really good. Are you willing to give this a shot?
No.
Tiffany doesn't like beans to begin with, but I think she likes beans. I just don't think she like wants to admit she likes beans.
I like lentil soup to a Turkish restaurant.
Yeah, she likes lentil soups. Why not pork and beans? Just give it a shot.
Oh, I don't have any soda.
You got tea right there.
Yeah, but that's not soda.
Just try it.
Oh, God. Not terrible with that sauce.
Yeah.
The sauce kind of covers it up.
What do you think?
I'd eat it if I had to.
See, this is kind of what we've been getting for a while. Check that out, though. Beans on toast. I'm a fan of beans on toast. All right, we got the bacon. The mushrooms is good. Here, taste the mushrooms.
Mushrooms are good. That's good.
What do you like better? All right, try one of your sausages. What do you like better, American sausage or British?
It's like less pungent.
Ain't it? A lot softer.
More of a smooth taste.
Now, obviously, after me finding my true love like that, which British people, listen, if you're American watching this, it's not like a life-changing thing that you're going to eat. You're just going to eat it and you're going to be like, huh, how come I didn't eat this before? Now I got to always have like a half can of beans in my refrigerator just in case I'm here in the morning. So anyway, we decide from there, we want to go see Harrods. So we hop aboard this double-decker bus. We're riding it through the city until we pop up at Harrods.
And the jewelry.
We don't allow anywhere, so
Nowhere. Okay.
We wasn't allowed to film Harrods.
Nope.
We wasn't allowed to film Harrods. If you don't know what Harrods is, just this beautiful department store. Read up the history on Dodi Al-Fayed and Princess Diana. That's kind of how I found out about Harrods. Kind of that little debacle thing. You know, I don't want to talk about, England's dead princess, so I'm not going to go into that. But the store itself, extremely extravagant.
Yeah, it was really, really cool in there. And I seen stuff in there that I have never seen in any other luxury store because they had furniture in there and they had dishes and plates and
not just any furniture, dishes and plates. It was like Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Armani dining sets. Like absolutely amazing. We went into that one place and we was in the men's section. I was like, what's probably like the most expensive thing? And he's like, well, we got like a dinner jacket for like 20 grand. And I was like, what's the cheapest thing? And he's like, we got On Cloud sneakers for like 150 pounds or something, which is around 200 bucks. So I learned that day that we're not like, if people's like, how rich are you? I'd be like, because I had clouds on in that store, guys. So obviously I'm Harrods, I'm entry-level Harrods.
Yeah.
So if anybody asks me what my wealth scale is, it's entry-level Harrods.
Yeah.
I'm entry-level, right? Down at the bottom, they had this big food area, and it was really cool. Very bougie grocery store. We got some cakes and stuff, and we ate them. This is us eating them. Some snacks. To be fair with you, there wasn't nothing to talk about.
No, but they had a lot of other stuff that probably was.
Yeah.
We just didn't get that because we just ate the breakfast.
That was our day.
Yeah.
It was fun. I ate a full English breakfast, and it was the best. It really was.
I got to stand outside a palace in the rain, and I still loved it, even though it was not how I planned. Now, like watching The Crown and watching different shows, like it's just cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. But that was our day that nothing went right.
Yeah.
Nothing, and everything was great. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The things don't have to go right. That's why we're called Tripping Through Adventures, because things don't have to go right for them to be fun.
No.
We don't look for perfection. We look for the things that are cool to do.
Yeah.
And if it's not, that's fine. Just the idea that we was there is amazing enough.
Yeah.
And I discovered my next 20 pounds. Not money, weight. Now, from that to cool comments and a clap back. You know what I'm saying? So the first cool comment, we're going to do one cool comment because the video is kind of going long. It's actually two comments. This goes back to us at St. Paul's Cathedral. We didn't really talk about the history just because of the rules and stuff like that. We tried to make that very well known on that video, and there was so many people that was like, why didn't you talk about the history? We can't, guys. You couldn't. We did learn a lot of history while we was there. But out of respect for your church, out of respect for your culture, we're not going to do that. We're not going to so we filmed us and filmed that we was there and we thought it was great. right? We're not, I'm sorry you couldn't catch on to the subtleties that we was trying to drop the whole video. That's not on me, but we just didn't. We'll do another video just to make up for that. We'll do another video to where maybe we react to some of the history of St. Paul's, because this one, I actually heard about this one, and then the second comment kind of adds to. I don't know if the second one's true or false. You guys, if there's any cool information, like I always say, if there's any cool information that you want to add to the stuff we did today, let us know. Buckingham Palace, the Carriage Museum, more about that. Add to. All right. If you think that there was a better place to eat breakfast, let us know, you know. But this comes from Try Telling the Truth 2068. Thank you for this comment. And they said, how St. Paul wasn't blown up during the Blitz is amazing in itself. And that's not something that we really take into consideration while we're there. And, you know, another thing that we didn't take into consideration was the London fire. And we don't realize how much this city has been shaped around this, right? And you're familiar with the London Blitz, is the bombing of London.
Yeah.
So this idea that this massive building in the middle of London that should have been one of the easiest targets in the world didn't get blown up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a testament. And it's like, to me, it seems like this, like, almost a testament to like this British will. You know what I mean? Like, it's just because even like that, like some of the sayings during World War II, I think, I'll tell you something cool. You know the t-shirts we wear over here, right? That says keep calm and stay Gucci or something like that.
Yeah.
You've heard those. You know where those really come from, right?
No.
That was British back during World War II. During them Blitz and stuff like that, they came up with sayings to carry on, you know, to motivate.
Okay.
And keep calm and carry on was their saying. And another one was business as usual.
Yeah.
So this idea that Britain was such a staunch, like strong-willed group of people through this whole thing, like that idea that church, like, you know, I said church, I'll get to that. The idea that it stood strong, I feel like that's a testament to the actual British people. And it kind of gets me like, you know, excited thinking about that. Like, you know, go Britain, you know. Been watching the, you know, Churchill and stuff like that. It gets me pumped. Like, you know, you're just doing your thing. The second one to add to this, I didn't really do research on this, but it says that this is from Carrie Titan 9097. Said the dome of St. Paul's Cathedral was pierced by a Nazi bomb, leaving the high altar in ruins. In one of the few occasions in the 17th century, cathedral suffered significant damage during Germany's nearly ceaseless bombing raids on London in the fall of 1940. So it was pierced by a bomb. Now I've heard rumors that like it was pierced, like it caught shrapnel for a bomb, or the bomb was a dud. So it just fell through. It didn't actually
explode.
It didn't actually, and I don't know the truth or the validity to that. I've looked up a couple of things and they said contradicting things and stuff. But just that idea is just amazing. Going back to my original point, like the strength of it. Like I feel like the power of Britain just being such a small country. They once took over the whole world.
Yeah.
It was an empire, and still during that, I mean, because you meet British people, and you always see them things like, British people are so polite and stuff like that. But I feel like there's an inward strength in British people and an inward resilience that in time that it's needed, they bring it out. Yeah. And then I don't think, from just seeing British history, I don't think the idea of them being kind and being soft-spoken and quieter than a lot of Americans, and obviously there's loud people in Britain, but we're talking about stereotypes. I think that goes back to that old saying, don't mistake my meekness for weakness. Yeah. And I think I think that sums up that whole thing right there. Now let's go to a clap back. Everybody kept getting on there and saying, well, not everybody, but a big movement says, it's not a church. St. Paul's is not a church. It's a cathedral. St. Paul's is not a church, it's a cathedral. And I'll be like, this was a very beautiful church. And they're like, it's not beautiful. It's, of course it's grand because it's a cathedral. Listen, definition of a cathedral. If it does not say it's a church in the first two sentences, I will apologize to you, right? I will apologize to you. And we don't, I'll be sorry, right? What is a cathedral? A cathedral is a church that contains a cathedra of a bishop, which I'm aware of this because we learned it in the United Kingdom, is that a cathedra is a seat for a bishop. It's a church. It's still a church. They're interchangeable words. Now, I will maybe help you guys understand this. Like, maybe this might help the Irish. I don't know. But every whiskey or every scotch is a whiskey. Not every whiskey is a scotch, but every scotch is a whiskey. Every cathedral is a church, but not every church is a cathedral. I am Richard.
And I'm Tiffany.
And that was a weird day.